don't know how to be an individual.
And we want to get back to our discussion on race relations in the United States. Pastor R.C. Blakes Jr. joining us.
And as leaders on a local level, when we begin to combat the rhetoric with truth.
Pastor, thank you so much for joining me. It's such a horrific conversation that we even have to be having. What are you hearing from?
Let's talk with R.C. Blakes Jr. Let's talk.
Hey, what's up? This is R.C. Blakes, and this is a random moment. And she doesn't even know that she's involved in it. But she's about to be involved in a random moment. Since I can't get her to sit down, I feel like I just go on and, what you call it when you just...
Put people on the spot.
Put you on the spot.
Hello.
The camera over there.
Hello.
So look, I wanted to break in and, well, this is not breaking. I'm pre-recording it because I'm not certain what the signal's like in this hotel. But there's something we were talking about just a minute ago about being in love, you know.
Sorry, I was like actually lying. Sorry. Yeah, well, me, gelato. I don't know banana gelato. Not so good.
Whatever you bring, it's fine. That'll be fine.
Caramel gelato and caramel banana gelato and it's sweet.
Y'all excuse me.
No, it's good.
You order for me, Lee. So we were talking about in love, you know, being in love. I was riding with one of my sons the other day, and we were talking about what does it mean to love a person or to be in love. And a lot of folks say, well, you know, I love so-and-so, but I'm not in love with them, okay? And say, well, they have 20 different positive qualities that I know I need in my life, but I don't have this feeling that people call in love, which usually speaks of, on the lower end, it speaks of lust. On the higher end, it speaks of, you know, you expect to have this ongoing, perpetual sexual attraction on a daily basis. And that's really a myth. She and I were talking about it, you know, 25 years of marriage. I don't know how long we've been together other than that, before that. But what do you think, Lee?
There's a lot more to a relationship than talking about that in love thing. Is kind of deals more with your emotion.
Yeah.
And you can't live life on an emotional basis. Life that relationships have to be built basically cognitively.
Yeah, that's good.
You have to be intentional in your partnerships and your relationships. When God gave Eve to Adam, he said he made a helpmeet for him. Not a sex meat, but a helpmeet. So, you know, it has to be somebody that can help the man cognitively. Like, what are his goals? How does that person fit into your vision?
Are they healthy for you?
Are they healthy for you?
Because watch this, and you bounce off of this. When you think about people who say, well, I'm in love, we get a million emails from people who think they're in love with folk who are poisonous and destroying them.
Toxic, absolutely toxic. I was just telling our youngest daughter today about emails that we get of people who have been together with other people for years, 15 years, and they're wondering why they won't get anybody to commit to them because the relationship was just based on emotion or, you know, as you were saying, lust.
Yeah, lust.
And not on anything that is
tangible, substantial, sustainable.
That nothing was built on a solid foundation. And a solid foundation cannot be sex, because that gets old.
It does get old. I don't care. You know, when I was talking to him the other day, I was saying to him, you know, if that's the way you define being in love, this feeling, you and I have been in and out of love 1,000 times.
And I mean, things, even things like, can we laugh together? Can we enjoy each other's company, just going out? Like, we've been together this week, just hanging out and able to enjoy being in each other's company, just the two of us.
Yeah.
So, but if we started our relationship earlier on, not being able to do that, and where would we be now?
It would not have lasted the test of time. And so I'm just saying that, from the perspective of a person and people who have lived a little while, you need to really revisit your whole idea of being in love. Like you said, use the word cognitive. Most of you all are thinking emotional, some emotional attachment. That doesn't work. It has to be cognitive. You have to make a decision. You decide to love a person.
That's right.
You decide to love a person. It doesn't matter, when you make that decision, and there are boundaries and there are commitments you make to one another, and you maintain those commitments from both ends, you decide to love a person no matter what you're going through, because people are going to change.
And that is exactly why you have some men, as the relationship gets where the women are getting older and figures are changing, because their relationship wasn't built on anything solid. It was built on how she looked, and so we're not gonna look like we looked 25 years ago. Things change, and so you got to be prepared in your mind, even when you start the relationship, and think about when things change. What can I accept the change? Okay, I married her, she was a 3-4, and now she's a 10. Or when she gets to be a size 10, is that what I want? Is that okay? So we have to go through all of those things, but it requires some thinking, and not just some visual.
So love is a decision. You have to make a decision, a wise decision. This is why you have to know yourself, know what you want, know who you are. Watch this. Also know that you're deep enough to embrace a serious relationship. Sometimes you're not. And make the decision, not the feeling. Thank you, sir. It's not the feeling, it's the decision. It's the decision to love. So I just thought to give you all this little impromptu. Anything you want to say in closing?
Use your head.
Use your head. Use your head. Praise the Lord. So that's Lisa and I in the lobby of the, should I say, Swiss Hotel in Chicago, Illinois. Very soon we'll see you all in London. If you're watching this, what's today's date?
Today's the 24th.
If you're watching this before March 27th, 2020, very soon we'll see you in London, England. And we're looking forward to it. So stay glued. We got some exciting things happening. So that's it, y'all. Just thought I'd bring that to you. Hello, this is R.C. Blakes, and I am excited. Lisa and I are excited to come to London, England with Queenology. I can't believe we're on our way to London, England, and we'd love to have you there. Queenology is a women's empowerment movement by my wife, Lisa, and I. We've traveled all across the United States of America. We call this the intimate experience, where we deal with, 150 to maybe 225 in terms of numbers. It's multicultural fellowship. It's a time of eating. It's a time of Q&A. It's a time of snapping selfies. And then, of course, Saturday morning, we wake up and we are in like 4 or 5 hours of intensive study with the 5 tenets of Queenology. And I'm so excited to come to London, England, and I'd love to have you there. Register today.